You choose the life you want to choose. If this is my mission in life, this is my mission in life. I'm not planning to save the country or save women. No, I'm saving animals. So you have to choose your causes. Very important. The animal laws of this country make it very clear that all stray animals are citizens of India. They have rights. So no society can say, oh, throw them out. Where are you going to throw them? In the next society. Or you throw them on a road where they will die tomorrow under the cars. So you understand the depth of the problem is the way humans think. Hi, please like and subscribe and follow Talky Tales. They are a wonderful channel.
Our guest today is Kitu Gidwani, an Indian actress and model. Kitu played the role of Svetlana in Swabhimaan 95-97, which brought recognition for her. Apart from this, she has also played important roles in many films and TV serials. She has won the Best Actress Award at the Three Continents Festival Nantes, France for the film Dance of the Wind. Kitu is a vegan and an ardent animal lover. So let's have a chat with Kitu Gidwani.
First thing I would like to know is that when did it all start? When did you find out that this crazy, passionate love for animals?
I think it was a very gradual process for me. I think I was always quite sensitive to animals, and even though I grew up eating animals, I didn't become conscious of it till I was quite older. And I think I would say I became a passionate kind of activist or a active, passionate animal lover about in 2010 when I adopted my first cat, Misha, who just landed up in my house. You know, they say that cats actually adopt you and you don't adopt the cat. And she landed up on this terrace on the 5th floor, and after saying, no, shoo her away, one day something happened to me and I just saw her sitting outside on the ledge, and something happened in my heart. And I just said, I made like noises for her to come in, and she just jumped into my terrace again. And from that day, she never left my house. So from that time onwards, it's been a kind of gradual awakening process for me. And I think it was just already in my heart and in my soul that it just had to be discovered. Because I think basically children grow up very innocent, loving animals. They adore animals. And they are conditioned to hate them and eat them and treat them like garbage and like they don't exist, and treat them like pests and vermin. But we all human beings grow up with a connection to nature. And so for me also, I think that it was just inside buried waiting to be awakened. And so when I adopted Misha, that became a conscious process of learning for me about animals exist. Animals feel joy, they feel pain, they feel suffering. They know when you love them. So it's been a process for me of learning, uncovering, and my knowledge has grown and grown and grown. And that's when you can say I became an active animal rescuer, animal activist. Then I gradually became vegan because I realized if I love these creatures, I can't eat them. If I love a cat and I love a dog, then I love the goat because the goat also feels pain and suffering. So does the cow. And on and on and on and on and on. It's actually a process of learning how to connect with all creatures and understanding that these are sentient beings and they have central nervous systems, and they know when you are loving them. You give them love for 1 week and they will come to you every time you see them, they see you. So I realized that, like I would say, it's been a gradual process, and the conscious process started in 2010. And now I have 7 pet cats who are all rescues from the street.
Wow, lovely.
Who have all come to me one by one. The universe has placed them in my life, and I have just know that I have to pick them up and bring them home, or they will die on the street. And then now they're my baby. And I keep rescuing and helping injured animals and taking care of the stray cats in my area. So it's always an ongoing process, and you learn. Like now I know how to rescue an animal, I know which hospital to take it to, I know whom to call in case of help, so animal activists and animal workers are always growing and learning.
So I want to know the difference that you felt in yourself after 2010 and before. What is that major thing?
Well, the major difference in me is that now I'm completely plant-based and vegan, and that is one major difference in my life. I'm very aware of what I put in my mouth, and of course I don't eat sentient beings that have a mother. So I mean, I'm growing as a human being, so that's a big blessing for me.
What are the some tips that you would like to give them, especially people getting converted to animal lovers and people trying to be vegan? Is it expensive? Is it a big hullabaloo? How do we go?
Oh my God, that's a whole topic.
Yeah.
So this is a big myth and a lie that is spread by the dairy and the meat industry, that and it's also a way to keep the meat eaters happy, because then you're giving them an excuse that this is expensive. How is it expensive? Someone should come and explain the economics to me. Something that's growing out of Mother Earth, and you're just eating the grains and the fruits and the leaves and the salads and the beans. How is that expensive compared to huge factory farms that cost a lot of money, and then all the grain and the stuff that is being fed to those animals? That land could be used for feeding humans. So this is all a bunch of lies that is confusing human beings. And so, I mean, like I said, it's everybody's choice, but we can only educate and give information. And I mean, we won't even talk about the health benefits. I mean, that will take me 10 days to explain. So I always say, eat the rainbow, not the graveyard. Eat the garden, not the graveyard. It's so simple. Instead of eating carcasses of dead animals, which will putrefy in your body, eat fresh vegetables, fruits, grains. And in India, you get everything. I mean, we are such a beautiful country full of, vegetarian cuisine. So animal suffering could be avoided, and destruction of the planet could be avoided. Very scarce resources could go towards feeding the billions of human beings on the planet. And like I said, the health benefits, if you talk of whichever parameter, whether you're talking about blood pressure, hypertension, hardening of the arteries, diabetes, Alzheimer's, strokes, cancers. I mean, 1 in 3 people is diabetic on the planet. So we won't even get into the health benefits. That's another 5-hour talk. I mean, the information is out there for everyone.
So ma'am, I would like to know, you have 7 rescue cats with you, and what is your routine and how do you maintain 7 of them?
In great difficulty. No, I know people who have more cats at home. It's actually quite simple in the sense that cats are amazing creatures, that even if you rescue a small baby for 2-3 weeks, I've had babies who are so small. You give them a litter tray at home next to them, and within 1 week they have learned exactly where to go to do their business. Like all animals are born with these instincts, so they know how to use the litter tray from the 2-3 weeks old. They automatically know, so there's no problem there. Then feeding them is also quite simple. You can feed them pouches of fresh food that you make at home, like fish or chicken, boiled fish or chicken. You give them fresh water. That's it, and the rest of the time you play with them with their toys and stuff like that. Vaccinate them once a year. But otherwise, my cats sleep most of the day. If you've noticed, cats love sleeping. So they'll always curl up in a spot and go to sleep, and it's lovely to watch them relaxing, They love coming and curling up with you in bed, That's how they show you their love. They'll come and just curl up with you and sleep with you for an hour or 2. So it's very easy actually. I have 7 cats.
And I've heard you are feeding 50 stray cats like every day. I'd like to know, how do you maintain that family over there?
So I set up my whole system in the last 1 year on how I would like to feed them. I'm doing the best I can. And if there's an injured animal, most important, Rachel, is I try to neuter as many.
That's so
because cats give birth every 3 months.
It's not fair.
And they suffer a lot. And the kittens almost all end up dying. So I try to sterilize, and I think all your viewers who are fond of animals and you see stray cats in your area and you are feeding them, please try and neuter them, sterilize them, so that they don't give birth every 3 months and the mothers suffer, the babies suffer, and the male cats also suffer because they're constantly fighting and getting injured and dying. Right, tomcats? So, it's important to try one by one sterilizing all of them. So, feeding is one thing. You have to feed them at a particular time so they know when you're coming, whether it's early morning, early evening, or both. So, I always have a set time all throughout the year where they know they're going to get their food, so they come, outside their buildings and all that. Hopefully, you're not only feeding them dry food, because that just gives them kidney disease for cats. Please do not feed any cats chapatis or biscuits. That is not their food. Their food is carnivores.
Because there are many people who say that we are vegetarians, so they are feeding palak to the pets also.
That is complete folly and stupidity of human beings again. It's very selfish. Most human beings don't think. Like I said, you have to, if you're a lover of animals, you think for the good of the animal and what the animal really needs. Like, how would you like it if your parents had given you very bad food when you were a child and made you eat adult food when you were a baby? It was not right for you. You can't tell a cow to eat a dead animal. Cows are vegetarian. Even dogs, you cannot feed sweet biscuits, like parley biscuits. I mean, this is like
very important.
It is like, I don't know why Indians love feeding their dogs parley biscuits. I mean, it's the worst food you can feed animals. Cats are obligate carnivores. Obligate means they can only eat dead animals and fish and chicken. They are carnivorous. So I try to give all my rescue my stray babies good healthy food once a day, so they're happy and healthy and fat. It makes me feel good, because this is my mission in life, to help animals.
So ma'am, there are very few people who understand the point of that it's so necessary that animals need to be neutered, all. But there is an expense behind it. So I would like you to, make a request to everybody to help and contribute. There are only few people doing it. And it's so important, because then it generates so many problems. Society says yahan ganda karta hai, because the population of dogs and cats have increased, and it's a vicious cycle. We are feeding them, we want to take care of them, and there's so many other issues that societies have. They are totally false, where societies are imposing that there should be no animal in the society. They are giving problem to people staying with pets. I want you to speak on this.
Yeah, so again, this is the stupidity and greed and selfishness of human beings, which will never end. So this whole domination of human beings by humans of other species is very bad for the planet.
Actually, we're living on their land.
And where will these cats go? Every time there's a vacant lot and a new building comes up, they just, where do they go? Their lives are destroyed, right? So if every society says, I don't want them here, so then we should make a huge island in the middle of the ocean and dump the cats there and let them starve and die. So the animal laws of this country make it very clear that all stray animals are citizens of India. They have rights. So no society can say, throw them out. Where are you going to throw them? In the next society. Or you throw them on the road where they will die tomorrow under the cars. So you understand the depth of the problem is the way humans think. If every society in Bombay just looked after 2 or 3 cats, get them sterilized and feed them. That's it. They don't dirty. All my lane cats, you will never see their poop anywhere, because they bury it in mud or in leaves. You can't see a single cat poop in my lane. In fact, they're cleaner than human beings, I would say, because we throw out so much waste. Every day, a single human being creates so much waste, which we dump in landfills and we dump in the oceans. Animals don't do that. They just poop. That's it. I mean, they don't have any needs, right? Just food and water. So I think that if every society in Mumbai just adopted 2 or 3 cats, neutered them, and you feed them even once a day. If you don't want to feed them, don't feed them, neuter them. You know? So there are a multitude of problems, and it's only when human beings evolve that animals will stop suffering. It goes hand in hand. So I would advise people who are wanting to feed them in a particular area. If you can, feed them just outside the gate, and then tell your animal, your society about the laws of the country, and try and neuter them one by one so that they don't keep reproducing. So it takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of money, and there are places that do sterilizations cheaper, right? And so I think it's doable. Like, I've done it, and I keep catching cats for neutering and all that. So it's quite doable actually. It's not such a huge problem. It's just that when human beings say, "Oh, I don't want it in my society." So like this friend, I was quite shocked the way she talked about the cats. Can you do like I was the garbage collector? It makes you very sad and very angry when a human being talks like that.
I think the society can take care of it as an expense if they have so much problems with cats and dogs, but we have to coexist. I think it should
coexist
be
is the word. You have to coexist with cats, with dogs, with trees, with butterflies, with bees, with everybody. You're not the only species on the planet, and the thing is that people don't understand this. Especially people in cities, they don't understand this. Because they want something completely clean and sterile, and there should be nothing but me and my children and my car. Cars create more pollution than cats. My 3 cars rather. So and I have noticed it's mainly the rich areas which are so selfish and narrow-minded. It's very sad.
Sadly. Yes, that's true.
So I would say it is a tough process, and all of us animal rescuers and feeders and people, animal activists, we go through a lot of grief. A lot of grief because other people dump their problems on us. So it's a process.
How did your heart become so strong to face so many things?
That's life. You choose the life you want to choose. If this is my mission in life, this is my mission in life. I'm not planning to save the country or save women. No, I'm saving animals. So you have to choose your causes. Very important. Can't take on too much. So, and the other thing is that I think animal activists and animal lovers and animal feeders in this city should always come together and help each other. That's the other thing I request your viewers. If somebody calls me and says there's an injured cat 1 mile away, I get up in my car and I go with a carrier and I pick it up and I will take it to one of my friends' hospitals. And that's how I would request everyone should help each other. Whether it's with time, energy, money, contribution, food, you should be able to pick up and call your animal activist friend in the next neighborhood and say, "Hey, I'm overburdened. Can you please help me with this?" Either food, medicine,
Any
rescue, hospitalization. If we help each other, then we're helping the animals. If we fight with each other, then we're completely harming the animals. At the end of the day, it is the animals who suffer, not us.
There are a lot of people like crazy about foreign breeds, and though India has banned the import of foreign breeds, though if you already have one, it's fine, but you cannot import. The people don't know about that. They're going
So that
crazy.
is the other request I have to all your lovely viewers, is that an animal is an animal. A doggy is a doggy. If you adopt a street dog from Mumbai, he's a beautiful creature. He has so much brains. He's so smart. He's so loving. He's so brave. You don't have to go for some strange furry creature, or a husky or a fancy breed. You don't have to, because an animal, the same animal feels the same love. You can love him and take him for walks and have a great time with an indie street dog or an indie street cat. All my cats are so beautiful. Each one has their own personality. It's amazing.
This is what I wanted to ask you, that your life, your things happening parallel with them, how they meet in between, your babies, how they understand your emotions, the funny part in life, the emotional part, and they're just in sync with you without saying. I want you to talk about that.
Yeah, so like I said, they're very sensitive creatures. Dogs are very sensitive creatures. Cats are sensitive creatures. They have a different way of showing you their love and their joy.
How do they change your mood?
I mean, I love the way cats will just come and rub their whole body against yours, you know. When they want to tell you that they are, we like you, they'll just come and rub their body against you and say, oh, you know, it's so beautiful. It's a different kind of communication. It's an instant way of saying, I like you, I love you, you're my human, you know, let's hang out together. You know, it's instant. Human beings have so many barriers. You never know when the friend opposite you is going to turn around and stab you in the back. But you know that animal is there for you and you are there for that animal forever. Right? So, it's a very spiritual connection. But most human beings are cut off from that. You will take a fancy holiday in Switzerland to enjoy nature, but you won't enjoy nature in your own backyard. So, when I come home from a night out, even if it's 2 in the morning, I'll stop and stroke my building cat and chat with her. Right? Because she's a creature and she loves it. So for me, these small things make a lot of difference. Saying hi to a doggy on the road, chatting with it, hi to the cats, I talk to all the animals. You know, for me, that gives me as much joy as taking a trip to Switzerland and enjoying that fancy nature. You know what I mean? It's a way of connecting to other creatures and like I love birds. When I have birds in my terrace in the morning, I'm hyper excited because, you know, in a city like Bombay to see these beautiful sunbirds and bulbuls and all is a luxury. So I would say try and connect with the animals in your neighborhood. You will feel so happy when all the dogs come and greet you at night. Or the cats come and meow at you and rub their bodies against you. It's quite magical and spiritual and you connect to them. You know what I mean? So it's a way of instantly connecting with nature and teach your children to appreciate animals. Teach your children to identify trees. Teach your children to identify butterflies. Teach your children to adopt a cat. It enriches a child's life. It's very important for children to be taught how to love animals. Because we have become hard and selfish as we grow older, right? But children are completely innocent and they love animals instinctively. Even babies will sit and play with cats and dogs and they will be laughing their heads off. You see babies interacting with animals at home. They love it. Because there's an instant connection. Which human beings, older human beings have completely lost. So I would tell your viewers, try and adopt a cat or a dog. You know, expand your heart, expand your mind, expand your soul, expand your knowledge. Have a friendly neighborhood cat or a dog that you are personally looking after. So that's my philosophy in life, that not just me, but also, hey, trees, birds, cats.
City, nature.
What a beautiful city this would be. Like in Istanbul, people love cats.
Yeah.
It's a city of cats. Everyone is petting cats, stroking cats, feeding cats. You know, it's like a magic land, you know, it's a wonderland.
So how do you maintain when you're going out on shoots and these guys are at home? How do you balance it out?
Well, obviously I have help.
Okay.
Who have learned how to love them and take care of them. So I don't have a problem.
Okay.
So if I go out for work and all that or for a holiday, then I can. But I do worry about them. Like, I don't think I can be away for more than a month at a time.
You need to choose one option. Being on sets or being with your furry friends?
Mostly with my furry friends.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Dry food or wet food?
Wet.
Favorite destination to travel with your pets?
I would love to take my cats to Istanbul, but they won't come.
Large dogs or small dogs?
Large.
Okay. Any favorite pet among your friends?
I have so many friends with cats, and they are my favorite friends, the ones who have cats.
Okay. Jog with your cat or a car ride?
My cats don't jog.
Pets on the bed or not?
Oh, yes.
Pet grooming at home or spa?
Mostly at home.
Who is better, Kitu Gidwani, the actor, or Kitu Gidwani, the pet mom?
The pet mom. So this is Cookie. I rescued Cookie 2 weeks ago. It was a starving, hungry kitten. And now you can see demanding his food. And he's ready for his forever loving home. So please adopt Cookie. He's a healthy, happy male kitten.